I think that the inspiration behind our material comes from our global culture. We look at fashion and we look at what customers are doing. We look to the natural world too. And we dump that into a big pot, and it's very specific. I mean, you make squares, so you can't make anything. There are some constraints to that. We think that's liberating, quite honestly. Having the constraint of the square gives it some form. So the stylistic and color and textural inspiration that we get globally, we sort of throw that in, and we look at the markets that we're designing for, and we never do what's expected. I think consistently we try to push the limits, and because it's a square and because it's or a different shape, we could do more with it. So not only do we design the tile or the plank, but we also think about what you can do with them together. It's very much a system. It's very much a palette, like a set of paints. You can individually place colors, and individual needles will go high and low, so you can create great texture. It's all computer driven. It's very sophisticated stuff. Yeah. I think in the mid-90s, designers started asking us what we were doing for the environment, what we were doing in our processes to think about the environment, and quite honestly, we didn't have an answer. We started to think about and made ourselves aware of the impacts of making carpet from a water perspective, from a dye perspective, from energy, in making it, and then what happens with the carpet when it's being used, what happens when its life is over, what happens to it. We thought through all that, and once you make yourself aware of all those implications, then you have to design to them. So we became better designers, but I think today, again, without much work, all you have to do is just ask some questions of manufacturers whose products you're specifying, and that'll put pressure on on the marketplace, and that's what people need. That's what companies need.